University of Utah.
Write down their name. I'll like announce it, and then.
Here is the starting lineup for the visiting Utes. At left wing from Wolverine Lake, Michigan, number 11, Andrew Wood. And right wing from Layton, Utah, number 24, Bo Bertagnoli. At the center position for the Utes from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 19, Douglas Newell. And left defense from Cottonwood Heights, Utah, number 5, Dean Wilson. And right defense from Boise, Idaho, number 15, Nick Johnson. And in the next tonight for the visiting Utes from Boise, Idaho, number 32, Chris Coma.
Yeah, you could just say.
The head coach of the Utes is Giant Bertagnoli.
Or if you wanted to, if it was easier, put the guys who got the assists in front.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your University of Arizona Wildcats. Starting at left wing for your Cats from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, number 9, Dylan Carter. And right wing from Lake Orion, Michigan, number 7, Alex O'Day. At the center position for your Cats from West Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, number 37, Robbie Wilkinson. And left defense from Pickering, Ontario, Canada, number 18, Will Clinton. And right defense from Phoenix, Arizona, number 3, Shane Gleason. And in the next tonight for your Cats from Hudson, Wisconsin, number 28, Garrett Patrick. The head coach here at Wildcats is Chad Bourbon. The assistant coaches are Dave Nichol, Jim Corcoran, and Tyler Mathis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise gentlemen, remove your hats and face the South Pole for tonight's national anthem. Presenting the colors tonight is the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base Honor Guard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
singing tonight's national anthem, that was Senior Master Sergeant retired Janet Kanye, member of the Civil Engineer.
Behold, before your very eyes, the two that are better known around these parts as the Madhouse on Main Street. Hi, everybody, and it's great to have you on board with us this evening as the Arizona Wildcats take on the Utah Skating Utes. I'm Joey Petrello alongside the Arizona Daily Wildcat hockey beat writer Zoe Wolkowitz. And in tonight's matchup, the Wildcats come into this one 9-13-3, looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Skating Utes of the ACHA Division II come in with a 29-1 record. Last night, the Skating Utes fell up in Tempe to ASU's Division II squad 6-0. So redemption is the goal for both parties tonight. The last time Arizona won a game was November 21st against Drexel in Philly. You'll notice that Arizona is in their camouflage jerseys tonight. It is Military Appreciation Weekend as this game is officially underway. Gleason controls the puck in the neutral zone, trying to find a man, but it gets ahead, and now puck comes loose back at center ice, taken over by Arizona. At the far side, Carter will dump it back. Utah with its first possession of the game. A dump attempt goes straight into Poynton's body. He'll give it off to the far side. It's Wilkinson. He leads the Wildcats in points with 17 and goals as well with 10. Wilkinson coming up the near side. He's harassed. Try to get the pass off. No good, and it makes its way to center ice. Hinsberg is there to clear it, and line change is made on the fly by both parties. Anthony Rosetta picks it up in his own zone. He makes his way to the far side, crosses the blue line, loses it, and it's going back to the Utes. In their black jerseys, the Skating Utes will dump it up back behind the net. Garrett Patrick, the netminder for the Wildcats tonight, is there. He lost his stick, and now it's behind the net. 1 minute into this game. And up against the boards now at the far side, battling for it for the Skating Utes, Dylan Graves. He pokes it all the way back to the corner. It's chased down by Toppy Hogan, who has 3 goals in all 3 games that he's played so far in his young Wildcat hockey career. From back behind the net, looking for a chance in the slot, and Utah is unsuccessful. Michael Ahern was the intended receiver, and icing is called after it's sent to the other end by Arizona. So we'll have a face-off here in the Wildcats zone. The starting netminder tonight for the Skating Utes is Chris Coma, 6 foot, 175-pounder from Boise, Idaho.
You know, Chris Coma actually, he's a freshman, and he took out the starting spot of Utah's starting goalie, who was a junior, and he's
Devin Betts.
Yes.
Patrick will hang on to that save, and he'll freeze the puck. So we'll have another draw coming up in Arizona territory. 18 minutes, 26 seconds to play in period number 1. And Utah loses the draw. Here comes Arizona. Kyle Griffin bringing it up the near side. Lost it, regained control. Puck comes loose again, and it's taken over by the Skating Utes. Tyler Pendle making the defensive play that time. It'll be dumped back to the other end of the ice. Patrick will play it off the boards, finds a stick of Griffin. He'll give it to Nowicki behind the net. Played up the wing and off the boards. Dine is there, but lost it. Now from center ice, the Skating Utes take over. Matt Nowicki in control now. Tries to send it across the ice. Too much on it. And it's picked off by the Utes. Curtis Coons will dump it back behind the net. Nowicki is there to play it, but he is immediately harassed. Zeph Fagergren is there. Dine will play it. Kept in the zone by Utah. 17.5 to play now in period number 1. And here come the attack by the Wildcats. Griffin makes his way to the slot. Shot and a stick save made by Coma. Utah gets it out, and it'll make its way back to the Wildcat zone. Gleason picks it up. He'll cross the blue line. Too much on the pass intended for Roy Grandoff. Back to the corner. Grandoff picks it up again. 17 to play in the first, and still no score. Poynton lost it, and it's going back to the Utes from center ice. The shot by Dean Wilson straight into the chest of Patrick, and he'll hang on to freeze the puck. 16:53 to play now. Donuts on the scoreboard. Newell to take the face-off for the Utes against Grandoff, and the Wildcats win the draw. It'll be intercepted at center ice and played back, but picked off by Arizona. Here it comes the other way. Jason Efforts had the puck and lost it as he took a spill to the ice as he crossed the blue line. One of the Wildcats went off sides, and so we'll have a face-off in just a moment. Line changes will be made here. Dylan Carter will take the draw against Josh Dangle, who leads Utah with 41 points. And remember, this is at the ACHA Division II level that Utah plays at. And now we're going to have our first power play of the night. It'll be for Arizona. 16 minutes and 41 seconds to go. And David Barnes in the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. Cats win the draw in the offensive zone. O'Day playing for it behind the net. He's tripped up. No call made by the referee. Debatable as Graves was poking away. Cats still in control, though, and from the point, Rosetta to Carter. Played back to the red line. O'Day with the shot. Kick save made. Coma keeps it a tie game with 16:15 to play in the first period. The clearance made by Graves, and it'll go back to the other end of the ice. Rosetta picks it up at the far side. And Anthony Rosetta contemplating. And a pass up the wing finds O'Day. He'll bring it to the attack zone, 2-on-2. 1:15 to go on the power play for Arizona. Played back to Carter. To Tommy Bennett, who's seeing his first action in a while. First action of the semester. It'll go back to the stick of Patrick. He's going to play it off the near boards. Picked up by Bennett. He'll send it across the ice. Left it alone, and now Patrick's hung out to dry. The backhand shot, and Garrett Patrick is up for the task. That time, stoning Douglas Newell. Patrick will tackle the puck and freeze it again. And Zoe, what a play there by Garrett Patrick.
Yeah, definitely, Joey. Especially after last weekend, it was the three games in one weekend, and Garrett Patrick did not play so well either game, and he actually then was replaced by the freshman goalie Austin Wilson. So this game is, really important for him to come out and show Tucson fans, and his own team about the goalie he is.
Toppy Hogan will bring it up into the attack zone from the far side. His brother John is poked, and now it's going the other way. 20 seconds to go on the Wildcats power play. Hooked as he was going in the slot. The puck will make its way to Patrick, and he'll freeze it. Caden Otley there with an offensive chance for the Skaten Utes. But Arizona makes the play at the last second.
Joey, we saw a lot of this last week where Arizona, struggled on scoring on the power play and then let up a few shorthanded goals as well.
Yep, some shorthanded opportunities as last week the Wildcats dropping all 3 games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. One against Central Oklahoma and the other 2 against the Sooners of Oklahoma. But mind you, Zoe, that those 2 teams are some of the best in the ACHA Division I. Oklahoma's number 2 and Central Oklahoma is number 3. It'll be dumped back by the Skaten Utes. Patrick is there, but it's stopped and an open net. No Utah player was there, or else we would have our first goal of the game. 14 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Grandoff fires from the forehand side, and it goes out of play, so we'll have a draw here in the Ute zone. So far, Utah out shooting Arizona 3-2. Wilkinson to take it at center ice. And he'll go against Chase McDonald. The Utah Utes win the draw that time. Up the far, or near side, back to the corner. It's knifed to the other side of the ice. 14 minutes, 15 seconds to go now, and O'Day will knife it all the way back to the other end. Carter tries to chase it down, but Graves was there for the harassment. Wilkinson plays it back with his backhand, and that'll be it for the first power play of the evening for Arizona. They start off 0 for 1, and we're back to full strength, 5-on-5. Poynton will intercept it at center ice. He'll send it to Gleason, up to O'Day now. O'Day with another chance, and a blocker save made by Coma. Cats stay with it. Gleason with a long shot from the point. It goes wide. Picked up by Orion Olson. And the freshman who scored his first career goal last Saturday is crushed into the far side glass. But Arizona stays with possession. It'll be dumped, and a line change made on the fly. Here comes John Hogan and Anthony Rosetta. 13.5 to go now in period number 1. Toppy Hogan had it, lost it at the far side. His brother John is there. Here's another chance for Olsen, and his shot is fired wide. The net comes off its moorings, so referees will stop play there and take a moment to fix the goal cage. Now 13 minutes and 9 seconds to go. You'll notice that the camouflage jersey the Wildcats are for Military Appreciation Weekend. They will be wearing them tomorrow as well, as Graves goes to the penalty box for the next 2 minutes.
And if you know anyone here, if they show their military ID, they get half off some Supreme nachos.
That's huge, Zoe.
I know, right? Win-win.
And in Military Weekend last year, Arizona beat then number 1 Minot State, who was the defending champions of the ACHA, while they were wearing those camo jerseys. The one time and the debut of those sweaters as well. Arizona with control in the attack zone. 1:45 to go on the power play. It's Arizona's second of the night. And a chance for Grandoff close to the cage, but no dice. Still, the Wildcats with it. Nowicki with the drive and a kick save made by Coma. Back to the corner again, and the Wildcats will go back to the drawing board. Nowicki across the ice. Back to Nowicki again. He'll send it straight into the stomach of Coma, who will hang on to freeze the puck. And now some extracurricular activity going on by the goal cage as Grandoff is shoved to the ice. Referees will break it up, though. No fight, Zoe, which we saw a lot of last weekend, especially when Oklahoma was in town.
Yeah, benches cleared and refs getting punched. It was awesome.
Griffin Dine will take the face-off here and win it for Arizona. Gleason hit from behind, but the puck stays with the Wildcats. Dine with a shot from the point and a kick save by Coma. Back to the corner again. The Wildcats pick it back up. And Utah able to make the clearance there. Nice play by Newell. Graves still in the penalty box for the next minute. And Arizona trying to make something happen with its second power play chance of the night. Crossing center ice was Griffin, and he'll dump it back behind the cage. Poynton stops the clearance with his hand and keeps the offensive attack alive. Shot from the point, and it's blocked. Griffin with a second chance. Bo Bertinoli, the son of the head coach of Utah, John Bertinoli. The Skating Utes head coach of 4 years. Opposed by Arizona's leader for the first year, Chad Berman. Gleason picks it up at the near side. He'll bring it behind his own net. 11.5 to go now in period number 1. He'll give it off to Griffin. Right before he gets hit, sends it to Dine off his skate, and he'll play it off the far boards. Another clearance made by the Skating Utes, and that is going to be it for Arizona's second power play chance of the evening. Graves will skate back to the bench, and then coming on now for Utah, Ben Seastrand. Played off the near boards by O'Day, and it'll make its way back behind the cage. Coma sends it up to the far side, and here come the Skating Utes. 3-on-2. Seastrand with a shot, and it goes wide. Utah still with it. Backhanded and blocked. O'Day is there at the corner. Comes loose to the other side of the ice. And played up to the skate of Wilkinson. The shot from the point by McDonald, and it is gloved by Patrick, who will hang on and freeze the puck. Face-off coming up in just a moment.
You know, although this is a D2 team, I would definitely not count them out. We've seen Arizona kind of struggle against teams that come in, like against Northern Arizona. Arizona not only went into overtime, but then into a shootout.
Loose puck picked up by Tyler Pindle. And it'll be dumped behind the net again. Patrick there to play it. Bennett off to the near side. Olsen is there. Gives it off to Toppy Hogan. Back to Olsen again. And he is sent to the ice after a bone-crushing hit. Patrick with his stick. Gives it off to Nowicki. And then a clearance out of the zone all the way to the other end of the ice. Coma wants icing, and he'll get it. So a draw coming up on Arizona's end. And the Wildcats may have gotten swept last week, but for not losing by more than 3 goals against number 2 Oklahoma and number 3 Central Oklahoma, the Wildcats have moved up 1 spot in the ACHA rankings to number 19. So, Zoe, they're actually in position to make the tournament right now. And the Cats will win the draw in their own zone after the icing call. And here come the attack by the Wildcats. It's shot from the point. Kick save made by Coma, now back behind his own cage to the corner, and a diving attempt will send the puck to the other side of the ice. To Utah's near corner. 2 camo on 2 black jerseys fighting for it. And it'll be cleared. Back to the stick of Patrick. He'll give it off to Dine. Gleason comes onto the ice for Arizona, as does Griffin, Nespor, and now Poynton. So a line change made on the fly by both parties. Back to Utah again. Coons will clear it. And the referee blows icing. 9 minutes and 12 seconds to play now in period number 1, and we still have yet to find our first score of the night. Face-off will take place here in the Skaten Utes zone. Arizona wins the draw. It'll be played back to the corner. Coons to the other side of the ice. He'll take it back over in his own near corner. Under 9 minutes to go now in the first period. It's picked off in the neutral zone by Griffin. Here he comes, fires the shot from the point, and it goes wide. Back behind the cage again. It'll be played to the near side. Poynton digging away for it. His effort, no good, and here come the Skaten Utes again. It'll be dumped, and Gleason, the Wildcats captain, will pick it up. Sent up the wing, and Nespor will clear it. Coma wanted icing. He's not going to get the call. Here come the Skaten Utes again. It's Seastrand. Makes his way to the attack zone, and the shot save made by Patrick, and he'll hang on to freeze it. 8:16 to go now in the first period.
You know, Ben Seastrand is actually Utah's 3rd top scorer with 30 points. These guys have some high scoring on their team.
Yeah, and Utah actually has 14 different skaters in double-digit points so far in 2014 to the 15 campaign. Gruenhagen gives it back to Rosetta. He's going to take it the other way, playing it safe behind his own cage. 8 minutes to go now in the first period. Up to Gruenhagen again, and the freshman contested at the near side by McDonald. Jars the puck loose, and it'll be sent all the way to Patrick's stick. Patrick falls, and Arizona able to get it out. Close call there as the Wildcats almost fall behind, but their defense pulls through. It comes loose in neutral territory. Gruenhagen backhands it, and Utah able to send it to the stick of Garrett Patrick. He'll try to play it to the near side. Tommy Bennett is there. He is checked, and then the puck is taken away, that time by Josh Dangle. Here come the Skaten Utes, and the shot from the slot is blocked. Good defense by Arizona again there, that time denying Seamus Bertinoli. Carter from behind the net, and the puck is smothered by Coma. He'll freeze it, and so another draw is coming up in just a moment. 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go now, and Utah will make a line change. And Arizona is actually Utah's first ACHA Division I opponent since 2008. So it has been a while since Utah has seen this kind of competition. It'll be back behind the net again, and a chance for Hogan. He was trying to poke it away. Utah's defense up for the task, though, and so we still have a tie game. From the back corner, Eric Gauseris is there for the Skating Utes. He'll send it across the ice. Graves will send it up. Back behind Arizona's net again as Andrew Wood was trying to chase it down. 6.5 to go now in the first period. Stopped in the neutral zone, battling for it at the near side by his own bench is Wilkinson. He's contested by a couple black jerseys, and the puck comes loose for Tommy Bennett to pick up. He comes from behind his own net. He collides with one of the Utes. And Bennett still struggling to get up. That time he got caught up with Nick Fornelius. Orion Olsen will give it back. From center ice, Toppy Hogan had it, lost it, regained control, gives it off to his brother John. From center ice, John takes it over, gives it off to Toppy. He brings it to the attack zone. 2-on-3 is the rush, and Utah takes it back. To the near side, Fornelius picked off. Off to Toppy Hogan. He'll send it up the wing. And it is dumped. Griffin will chase it down, brings it to the red line, around the cage, sends it back to the point. And from the backhand side, not a good pass there by Diney. Regains control, though, fires the shot. His own teammate blocked it. It was John Hogan. From the far side, Griffin pinned up against the boards by Coons. Back to the point again. Off to Gleason. And the Wildcats captain fires straight to the glove of Coma. He'll hang on, and a face-off is due once again. Both teams will make line changes here. And the look for the Wildcats now on offense efforts. Grandoff, Gruenhagen, and then on the defensive side, it'll be Gleason and Poynton. Cats win the draw. It goes back to Gleason. From the far side, he'll bring it behind the net. Trying to find somebody in the slot. He shoots. He scores. I believe it was Kyle Griffin. No, excuse me, Roy Grandoff. So Roy Grandoff is the difference in this game now. And the Wildcats lead 1-0 here with 5 minutes to go in the first period. And for Kyle Griffin, that'll be his 4th goal of the season. And so Arizona with the lead and the momentum here. 1-0 with 5 minutes left in period number 1. It'll be sent back behind the cage. Patrick is there to play it off to Rosetta. He'll cross the red line, loses it. Puck comes loose. Hinsberg is there. Gets it off to his man. Gleason with the assist there. And so Shane Gleason with assist number 11 on the season himself. Here come the Skating Utes again. Nick Johnson making his way up the near side. He'll dump it up the boards. And Rosetta will chase it down behind his own net. Rosetta with a crisp pass up the wing to Efforts, and he'll dump it. Line change made on the fly. Here comes some fresh legs for Arizona. Bennett, O'Day. Barnes lost it. Now in the slot. The Cats with a chance, but they lose it again. Here comes David Barnes. His pass, too much on it, and it's picked off by O'Day. Carter making his way up now, and the backhand shot. Kick save made by Coma. Under 4 to go now in period number 1. Loose puck behind the net. It'll be picked up by Wilson. Dean Wilson with a long pass there. It's broken up by the Cats defense. Nowicki was there to get it with his stick, and it's chased down by O'Day. He'll bring it around his own net. 3.5 to play now in the first period. And a nifty move there by O'Day. He'll make his way up the near side. The shot and a kick save made by Coma. Back to the far boards now. Bennett will play it to the corner. Intercepted by Graves. His pass knocked back, and Wilkinson was there for a second to pick it up. Graves knocks him straight into the glass, and Gleason is there to play it back to the other corner. Arizona outshot 10-11 so far here in the first period. We have 3 minutes left to go And Arizona with a 1-0 lead. Toppy Hogan making his way through the slot. Has an opening, and it's poked away by Coma. The shot ripped off nonetheless by the Wildcats, and Coma with a save again, that time denying John Hogan. Poynton picks it up in the neutral zone. He'll cross center ice and play it up to John Hogan. 2:40 to go, and now it's taken away once again by Utah. Chase McDonald coming up the wing. He loses it. Poynton checks him. McDonald sticks with it, and he'll dump it back behind the net. To the near side now, and Arizona able to clear it out. It'll be picked up by Coons in the neutral zone, and he'll bring it back to his own territory. Nice pass, and he threaded that on a needle to Ben Seastrand. Backhanded by Seastrand, and it goes wide of the net. Just over 2 minutes to go now in period number 1. Dine plays it up to Hinsberg, and Nick will dump it back behind the net. Coma is there to play it with his stick, sends it to the far side. Loose puck taken over. Here come the skating Utes again. Wilson from the neutral zone will dump it. And some fresh legs coming out for the Utes. Dangle as well as Otley. Dine is checked and the puck comes loose, but here comes Griffin from the middle, and his shot goes wide after deflection and over the net. 1.5 to go now in period 1. Grandoff will play it behind the net to Nespor. Remember, Grandoff scored the goal to open up this game and the lead for the Wildcats. 1-0 is where we stand with 1:25 now to go. Rosetta from the far side tried to bring it up with his backhand. It was poked loose. One of the Utes lost his stick. It looked like it was Wilson. Nespor plays it back to the point. Rosetta is there. He'll fire it. Blocked by the skating Utes, and it's going to go back to the corner again. Grandoff harasses his man into the boards, and he's still throwing the body. And it was Dangle. Another save made by Coma, and that came for Arizona. Here comes Utah up the wing, but it'll be dumped by Otley. 1 minute to go now in the first period. And a hit from behind that time. No call on Bo Bertinoli. Kick save made by Patrick. 40 seconds to go now in the first period. And from the corner, Andrew Wood gets it taken away by Bennett. He'll play it off the near side to Gruenhagen. To the neutral zone now. Gruenhagen stays with it. He'll dump it. And some fresh legs coming out of the ice for Arizona. It's Carter, Gleason, and Poynton. 3 of the 5 starting players in the lineup tonight. Back behind the net, Coma will play it off to his man, and what a hit there. Nick Johnson will send it up, and it's cleared by Utah. Gleason chases it down. 5 seconds to go now in period 1. Gleason fires from his own end, and with that, the first period will come to a conclusion. Outshoots the Utes 14-12. We'll turn the camera over to up the 1-0 lead here in the first period as we try to figure out our camera problem. That's all right. So Arizona leads 1-0 over Utah. Hey, there we are. Zoe Wolkowitz here with Joey Petrello. And so Zoe, in the first period, Arizona outshoots Utah, and they get the lead 1-0 on the stick of Roy Grandoff, and that's huge. I mean, it's rare that we have seen Arizona score the first goal in the games, and usually when they do, they pull away with the win.
Yeah, it is a rare thing to see, but what's been good, since the season has started is Arizona's definitely been able to come out during the first period and actually play instead of, playing catch up when it's the third period.
Yeah.
But one thing that Coach Berman is definitely worried about is that when Arizona was playing, teams that aren't the number 2, 3, 4 teams of the country,
Sure.
that Arizona kind of sinks to their playing level. And so far I haven't seen anything of it, but, we need to put together, Arizona definitely needs to put together 3 periods of a 60-minute game.
Well, the Wildcats also had 2 power play chances in the first period, and they didn't score on any of them, so that's definitely going to have to improve as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's been a reoccurring problem for Arizona, and so hopefully they worked on it. I didn't have a chance to talk to Berman, but did he say anything about the power play situation?
Well, we got about 17.5 to go before we come back with period number 2. Again, Zoe Wolkowitz, Joey Petrello here as the Wildcats lead 1-0 on the stick of Roy Grandoff. We'll be back for period number 2 between Arizona and Utah.
Thanks for coming out.
All right. So what do you need to know?
I just need to know the time of the goal.
Oh, okay.
Who got the goal?
Okay. Roy Grandoff got the ball. Okay. And the assist was from Gleason. Okay.
Welcome back to the Tucson Convention Center here as the Wildcats hold a 1-0 lead over the Skating Utes of Utah. Joey Petrello here alongside Zoe Wolkowitz, and the faceoff from center ice has us underway here in period number 2, and the Wildcats with possession. Back to the corner. It'll be played to the slot. Puck comes loose in the neutral zone. Gleason will pick it up across the ice to Poynton, and he will clear it back behind the cage. Coma is there to play it back. And O'Day finds the puck now at the far side. Broken up in the slot, and an attempt with his feet by Wilkinson, but the Utes take it away, and here they come into the attack zone. Shot from the point. It goes wide. That time it was Dean Wilson going for gold, but coming up with nothing. And from the far side again, Caden Otley will dump it back to the other side of the ice. Poynton is there to pick it up, and a long pass finds Carter. Here he comes into the attack zone now. Carter shoots, and the puck goes wide. 19 minutes to go now in the second period. We're just 1 minute in, so you haven't missed much if you're just tuning in now. Graves with a shot, and it's blocked by Hinsberg's skate. It'll make its way to the near side boards now. Hinsberg will play it off behind the net. Sorry about the picture, folks. We'll get it back to you in just a moment. Wilkinson will dump it behind the cage, and it'll go to John Hogan. Now from the corner, it's picked off in the slot. Puck comes loose, and what a hit by Toppy Hogan. Absolutely crushing Caden Otley on his back to the ice. 18.5 to go now in the second period. Rosetta will try to play it up the wing. It is blocked back into the neutral zone, and from center ice, Hinsberg will send it all the way back behind the cage of Utah. From the far side now, Hinsberg. Again, he takes a slap shot, and it goes wide. Skating around to the near side now. Olsen off to Bennett. He shoots it wide. It'll make its way to the far boards now, and Hinsberg will dump it back behind the net to the near boards again. It'll be played up the wing. Michael Ahern was there. Rips the shot from the point, and it's a kick save made by Patrick. Ahern sent to the ice by one of the Wildcats, and now from the red line, it'll be sent to Nespor. All the way across the ice now to Olsen. It goes off his stick, and he's going to head back to the bench as some fresh legs come on. 17 minutes and 30 seconds to play now in period number 2. Ahern is picked off in the neutral zone by Griffin. It's poked away back to Dine. Kept in the neutral zone by Arizona. It's Nowicki, and the drive will make its way back behind the net. It'll be picked up by Coons. And from the corner, Coons battling Nespor for it, and Nespor comes away with possession. Back to Nowicki, and his clapper will be saved by Coma. Long shot from the point, and it's deflected. Dine from behind the net with a chance for a wraparound goal, but Coma is up for the task, and he'll freeze the puck. So a face-off coming up in just a moment. Both parties here will make a line change. We talked about the Hogan brothers. Toppy Hogan with that huge hit. Him and his brother John have provided a new spark for Arizona. 4 goals and as many assists in 3 games played, now 4 between them both. 3 goals for Toppy Hogan in all 3 games, including 2 against Central Oklahoma. Efforts will play it back to the corner. And from the near side, it'll be taken over by the Skating Utes again for just a moment and then dumped back behind the net. Gleason is there to pick it up. Poynton now with possession. He'll play it up the wing. 2 efforts, and then losing it was efforts, and the slap shot from the point by Gausseris, excuse me. And Patrick makes a save and will freeze the puck. Face-off coming up in just a moment. Line changes will be made here again as we prepare for the draw at the near circle of Arizona. Utah wins it. Taken away by Rosetta. He'll send it up the wing. Now a one-on-one for Carter. Carter will bring it from behind the net, going for the wraparound goal, but it's denied by Coma. 16 minutes to play now in period number 2. Carter gets it taken away in the slot. Puck comes loose. Hinsberg skating for it. It trickles loose again, and from center ice, the Utes take it over. Shot from the point, and it's a blocker save by Patrick, that time denying David Barnes. Dylan Graves from the near side will take it over and trying to get it out of his own zone. Sends it up to Wood. Wood gives it up to Olsen, and he'll bring it back into his own zone. Across the ice, we'll find Hinsberg. And a long pass off the stick of his man. That time was going for Wilkinson. Loose puck at the near side. Newell takes it over. He'll send it across to Graves. 15.5 to go now, and the puck jarred loose by the Wildcats. Coma with his stick will send it off to his man from the far side, taken over by Toppy Hogan. He's harassed by one of the Utes. That time it was Bertinoli. Seamus that time getting in on the action from the near side again. Sent back to the point. Nowicki across the ice. The one-time drive from Bennett goes off the post. Bennett still looking for his first career goal as a Wildcat, and he was an inch away from it that time. But alas, no dice, and so the score stands at 1-0 with just under 15 to play. Bennett trying to clear it. Unsuccessful as it's stopped by the Utes, and here they go on a one-on-one opportunity. Nowicki that time with the poke check, and it'll make its way to the glove of Patrick, who will tackle the puck and freeze it. Draw coming up in Arizona territory in a moment. Line change will be made here for the Cats. Here comes Gleason, Griffin, and Poynton. Skating off to the bench is Matt Nowicki. Also Bennett will take a seat as well. We'll do the face-off from the far side. Dine will win it for Arizona. Back to the near side, and Nespor is there. Coons from behind his own cage. Crosses the red line now to the near side. Hit thrown there by Nespor. Ahern gives it up. Back into Arizona territory, it's Gleason. He'll send it across the ice to Poynton. Played off the near boards, and it's picked off by Coons. Gleason will chase it down from his own corner, now behind the net. Poynton played off the glass, finds the stick of Dine, and from his backhand, then to the forehand, tries the pass. It's broken up by Utah, and a loose puck again from behind the net. It's Gleason, and the Wildcats captain battling a black jersey for it now. Cats come away with it. Nespor up the wing. Too much on the pass and couldn't find Poynton. Going back to Utah now. Ben Seastrand had it, lost it, gave it up. And so now here come the Wildcats. Nespor will dump it up the far boards. Now behind the cage. It'll be taken over by the Utes. Pindle gives it up to Griffin, who had the shot from the point. It goes wide after deflection. 13.5 to go now in period number 2. Dine jarring for the puck behind the cage. He'll give it off to Grandoff. He is the difference in this game. Too much on the pass. It goes off the skate of Hinsberg. It'll be played off the... And another nice hit there. That time taking the punishment was Nick Fornelius. Dishing the hit was Hinsberg as Griffin going for the puck is slammed into the glass. Loose in the slot. Arizona had it, lost it, gains it again. Griffin plays it off the high glass. It'll be taken by Wilson. He'll backhand it straight into the chest of one of the Wildcat defenders. And here we go again. Kyle Griffin will dump it up the far boards. Sean Gruenhagen now throwing the body at the corner. It'll be picked off at center ice. And Nowicki drives it back behind the cage of Utah. Coma took a second to find it. And instead, Wilson is there to pick it up. Tried to clear it. Stopped by the stick of Matt Nowicki. 12.5 to play now in period number 2. And Nowicki will send the stick of Coma. He'll play it up to neutral territory. Here comes Andrew Wood. He'll cross the blue line before it's poked away. Gruenhagen trying to clear it. It's stopped by Utah again, and Wilson will send it all the way to Garrett Patrick, who keeps the play alive. Nowicki tries to knife it away, but instead Utah keeps it in the zone. The shot from the point by Barnes. It's blocked. Barnes from center ice again. This time he'll dump it, and Utah brings on some fresh legs on the fly. From behind the cage again, here comes Matt Nowicki. Off the far side boards. Olsen had it for a second, then lost it. Here come the skating Utes into the attack zone. Otley straight into the mitts of Garrett Patrick, who will hang on. Puck is frozen, and so here comes another draw. Gleason, O'Day, and Poynton checking back into this game for the Wildcats as Nowicki, Griffin, and Bennett skate back to the bench for the Wildcats. Some fresh legs on the ice as well for Utah. Dangle, who has 41 points on the season, leading the Skating Utes, will take the draw against Robbie Wilkinson of the Wildcats, and Arizona wins the faceoff. Here they come once again, crossing center ice now. The 2-on-2 attack from the far circle. The shot is ripped wide. 11.5 to go now in period number 2. And that time Carter was close, but no cigar. Back from the corner again. Wilkinson going to throw the body now. That time it was on Dangle. He stays with it, but then loses the puck, and here comes Arizona again. Wilkinson with the long pass up the wing. Back to Wilkinson again from the far circle. He'll dump it back behind the cage. Carter is there. Off to O'Day. Back to the middle. It's Gleason. He had an assist on Grandoff's goal back in the first period, and so here we stand at 1-0 with just under 11 to go in period number 2. Gleason trying to knife for it at the near side boards. It looks like Utah's going to come away with it, though. Seastrand to center ice. Wilkinson takes it away that time from Ahern, and he takes a spill into the far boards. He's slow to get up, and Wilkinson's a little shaken up. Shot from the slot, and no dice that time for Orion Olsen, going for the second goal of his young Wildcat hockey career. And another impressive shot from Seastrand, but that time it goes just wide. John Hogan now from the far side. 10 minutes and 19 seconds to go, and Hogan straight into the chest of Coma. He'll freeze the puck, and we'll have another draw. So Zoe, some fast-paced play here, but chances are coming for both sides, and no one so far has been able to find the net.
Yeah, it's definitely going to rely heavily on those power play and penalty kills. You know, it's kind of specialty teams and opportunities for them, but Arizona still has been struggling with power play, so hopefully they can pick it up, you know, and get some goals on the net.
10 ticks, over 10 minutes to go in period number 2. John Hogan from the slot tried to get the shot off. It was poked away. From the far side now, battling for it was Zeph Fagergren. Shot from the point straight into the mitts of Koeman. Hinsberg there going for gold, but he comes up empty. Now 5 ticks under 10 minutes, and both sides will make a line change. Dying to take the face-off here at the near circle. His opponent will be Douglas Newell, and Newell wins the draw that time. It'll be played off the near glass. Puck comes loose again in neutral territory. Picked up by Rosetta. He'll knife it back to Griffin. Sent across to Dine, and the shot goes wide from Dine. Taken over at center ice by the Cats. Hinsberg back to his man. Will find Dine, and he'll try to dump it, but it's stopped by Utah in its own territory, and that puck will make its way into one of the first couple rows, and a lucky fan will take home a souvenir.
He's still flaunting that puck over there.
He's proud of himself, and he's going to give it to a young boy. What a guy. So 9 minutes and 31 seconds to go in period number 2. We still stand at 1-0. Nowicki with one hand will keep it alive for the Cats. And it's dumped back by Nespor behind the cage off the stick of Koeman. He'll send it to Wood at the near boards. Newell will send it over to Bo Bertinoli, son of the head coach, John Bertinoli, in his 4th year now. And so Bo and Seamus, brothers on this team. Otley had a chance up the middle, but it looked like we'll have a penalty coming up here now on the Utes. Seamus Bertinoli will go to the sin bin for the next 120 seconds. And so the third 5-on-4 chance of the night for Arizona, unable to capitalize on its previous 2. And from the far circle, the Cats win the draw. Across the ice from Bennett to Rosetta, and he fires the clapper. Save made by Koeman, and the puck goes over the glass out of play. And so here comes another draw in just a moment.
2 minutes for me. 11 minutes, 4 seconds in the second period. And it makes it a Wildcat.
I definitely think that after last weekend's aggressive games, Coach Berman definitely told them, you know, play well, play hard, but don't play too aggressive. And I haven't seen them get one penalty so
Yeah,
far this game.
some
So,
very well. I think he wants them to play aggressive, but maybe some more discipline
yeah,
in there.
definitely more discipline, and they've been doing a good job of that.
Rosetta across the ice, the one-timer. It's Bennett who was denied by the post on his last shot. Save is made by Coleman. Taken over by Rosetta from behind his own net now. Some fresh legs come onto the ice on the fly for Utah. Carter will bring it up himself, taking matters into his own hands, and the stop by Coma again as the puck is cleared to the other end of the ice. Line change made on the fly now for Utah as Wilson and Coons come on. And from behind the net, Wildcats will set up shop, crossing center ice. Taking it from behind the net to Olsen. Olsen with the rocket that goes wide. 7.5 to go now in the second period. Still 1-0. Just over a half minute to go now on the Wildcats 5-on-4. And from the point again, Wilkinson taking a shot, but it's saved by Coma. Nowicki with the drive that time, and it's deflected. Almost went by, but it goes wide. 15 to go now on the power play. Olsen. The one-time drive by Nowicki is way off the mark. 5 seconds to go now on the 5-on-4, and it looks like another penalty kill here by Utah.
You know, I think after last weekend, Nowicki definitely got a lot more confidence where he scored his first goal of the season, and then the next game, he scored his second goal of the season, both on a power play.
Seamus Bertinoli out of the box, and so we're back to even strength, 5-on-5. The Wildcats blow their third power play of the night, but the attack is still on from Poynton, who takes a shot with his forehand. It's saved by Coma. He'll hang on, and so a draw is due in just a moment. Line changes made by both parties. 6.5 to go now in period number 2. Utah playing its second game of 4 this weekend, finding themselves down 1-0 to Arizona. Gleason will send it across the ice to Nespor, and right after takes a punishing hit into the glass. Nespor off to Griffin, going for the top corner, but he is off the mark, and the puck goes wide. Otley will send it up to Dangle, and he'll clear it. Gleason from behind his own net. Didn't want to get hit, and so he leaves it for his man. Poynton will send it to the far side. Gleason to Griffin. Here's a chance for Dye, and he shoots it, and it's saved by Coma right into his chest. He'll tackle the rebound and freeze the puck.
Fights, yay.
And now some extracurricular activity brewing here by the goal cage. Zoe an advocator for the fights, even though if the gloves drop and fists fly, he'll get suspended.
I like watching. It's the best part about hockey.
It does generate some excitement.
Between fighting and those top shelf goals, you know.
We need to see some more of those top shelf goals. It's just 1-0 with 5:55 to go in period number 2.
See, but fights are a lot easier than top shelf goals. So
They are. I mean, you just kind of grab somebody and say, hey, let's go.
yeah, they're like, oh, want to fight? The other one's like, yeah.
Some pushing here, some shoving there, and you got it going.
Full on brawl.
But Zoe, as you mentioned, the Wildcats, you know, they've played very disciplined so far. They don't want to ruin that yet.
See, once again, every time I say something, the opposite
Yep,
happens.
as now Kyle Griffin in the box for the next 2 minutes. And so the first power play of the night for Utah. From the corner, it's sent to the other side of the ice. It'll be taken over by Douglas Newell. Newell for the one-timer, and it's a fiasco of a shot. Trying to go for the wraparound, and it's taken away by efforts. Ben Seastrand going for it, and no dice. The Wildcats able to make the clearance as Bo Bertinoli takes it over from his own zone. He'll send it across the ice to Newell. Up the wing again to Seastrand, to Bertinoli. Fired by Wilson, and it goes out of play. Face-off coming up in just a moment. Utah and Arizona going to make a line change here. The Wildcats have outshot the Utes 12-5 here in the second period. 5 minutes and an extra 4 ticks to go.
It's kind of fun to say the Utes.
The Skating Utes. They're not just the Utes, they're the Skating Utes. Patrick tackles the puck after the face-off, and so we'll redo that one. Puck comes loose for the Wildcats after the face-off, and Nowicki will clear it to the other end of the ice. Stopped by the stick of Coma. Now under 5 minutes to play. Dangle takes it over, and the highly skilled forward was sent off to Wilson. Across the ice now, and here come the Skating Utes. It'll be Chase McDonald sending it over to the near side now. Seamus Bertinoli. Seamus, excuse me. From the corner now, puck comes loose at the near side. McDonald controls it. Gets some loft on that shot, but it's blocked by the Wildcats and sent back to center ice. Dangle to the far side now, and Wilson will clear it. Patrick able to stop it at the last second with his stick. Referee has to duck out of the way as it's played off the glass. Controlled by Utah again. Under 10 seconds to go now on the Utes power play. And the penalty kill is in full force for the Wildcats. 5-on-5 once again as Griffin gets out of the sin bin. Behind the cage. And Seamus Bertinoli back behind the net will play it off to Ahern. Grandoff, who's the lone scorer in this contest, battling for it at the far side. Utah takes it back away. Battling for it again. 3.5 to play in period number 2 as it's sent to the near corner. Referee blows the whistle, and we'll see what we have here. We'll have a draw at the near circle in the Wildcat zone. O'Day and Wilkinson skate back onto the ice. Nowicki and Bennett head back to the bench, and we're ready to play hockey here again. Patrick with the quick kick save. 3:20 to play now in period number 2. And back from the corner, it'll be sent across the ice. And that time making a play was Ahern. Chance in the slot now. And the shot goes wide by Fornelius. Wilkinson trying to play it off the far boards. Utah keeps the attack alive. Puck comes loose at the near corner. Knocked down by the hand of one of the Wildcats. It was Wilkinson. Under 3 minutes to go now. 2:50 to be precise in the second period. 2 camo jerseys on 2 black, jarring for the puck at the near boards. Poynton comes away with it, and he'll send it back to the corner. Throwing the body. He'll give it off to O'Day. O'Day to Wilkinson, and he quickly loses it. Puck will slowly make its way back to the corner of Arizona. Across the ice from Gleason to Poynton. Long pass will find Toppy Hogan. Trying to find Carter in the slot was O'Day. Not good positioning. 2 minutes to go now in the second. And what a beautiful hit there by Anthony Rosetta, that time sending Bo Bertinoli on his back to the ice. Wood trying to clear it out. Stopped by the stick of Rosetta. He'll make a 360 move. Crosses center ice. Coming up the near side from the red line. One-time chance for Toppy Hogan, and he is denied by Coma. 1:35 to play now in the second period. And crashing into the boards. One of the Wildcats broke his stick, but Toppy Hogan is there in the slot. He shoots. He scores. And Arizona leads 2-0 with 1:26 to go in the second period.
God, those St. Louis guys.
Not surprised at all, Zoe. So Toppy Hogan, with his 4th goal in as many games played, he made his debut last Thursday against Central Oklahoma with a 2-goal effort, scored again during the weekend against the Sooners, and now he has put the Wildcats up 2-0 here in the latter part of the second period.
Arizona Wildcat goal, given to number 6, Toppy Hogan.
Back behind the net, Toma playing it off to his man Nespor in there to harass. 1:15 left.
That's Toppy Hogan, John Hogan, and Olsen.
Toppy's twin brother John had the assist as well as Orion Olsen. So Orion Olsen now 2 straight games with a point.
That's some good parenting.
Yes.
Not just getting along, but playing together and getting along.
And the most amazing part about that, Zoe, is that they hadn't played in over a year and a half. They just come on, and now they're dominating. Griffin coming up the far side. He's harassed, and the puck comes loose. Half a minute to go now in the second period. Can the Wildcats score again? Here comes Poynton. Sends it back to the corner. Has a man on him. Poynton across the ice. From the far side, Bennett taking a shot. It's blocked by the Utes, and here they come. Barnes lost it off to Otley. Puck comes loose in the neutral zone. Back to Dine now from his own zone. 10 seconds to go now in period number 2. Here comes Dine with the drive, and it goes wide. 5 seconds now in the second. Puck comes loose, and that is going to do it for the second period. The buzzer sounds. And Arizona will head to the locker room with a 2-0 lead.
It's getting tense. I hope third period.
Zoe is really pushing for the fight here, but I don't know if we should condone that on the air. Here we come back again. Zoe Wolkowitz here with Joey Petrello. So Arizona now 2-0 after that late goal by Toppy Hogan, following the goal in the first period by Roy Grandoff. So now, Zoe, that we've always talked about a 2-goal lead as the worst in hockey, but right now Arizona's got to hang on to this.
I know.
They've got it.
I was gonna say that. I'm so used to talking about that 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, and it's usually Arizona who's who's the deficit of that. But now it's
Right.
Arizona who actually has the 2-goal lead.
Sure. So Arizona also outshoots Utah 19-7 in the second period. And so the Wildcats offense really clicking there, Zoe, and they really poured it on.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best games I've seen where Arizona's offense has played consecutively for both first and second periods, and hopefully they can carry that over into the third period.
So Garrett Patrick, so far tonight, he has saved 16 shots of 16, and right now he's standing on his head.
Yeah, you know, especially after coming off of a rough weekend last weekend, which he let in 12 goals cumulatively, and that's a big blow, especially, you know, he still played great, but I mean, you're playing the second and third best country or teams in the country, so.
And remember, there was some defensive breakdowns last week, and not every goal was his fault, but
Oh, yeah, of
still,
course not.
Patrick definitely could use a shutout tonight to help his confidence out. So we're going to come back in about 17 minutes for the last period. Can the Wildcats hold on and snap this 6-game losing streak? We'll find out next period as Arizona tries to close out Utah. 2-0 is the Wildcats lead heading into period number 3. period as Griffin Dine is in the box for the opening 2 minutes. And welcome back. Excuse me, no, here we go. We got our picture back, everybody. And from the far side, the Wildcats will clear it all the way back to the other end of the ice. Chris Coma will give it off to his man behind the net. It's Tyler Pindle. So far in this contest, Roy Grandoff scored in the first period. Then it was Toppy Hogan with his 4th goal in as many games in the second. And so here we stand at 2-0. Under a minute to go now on Dine's penalty. Barnes will send it across the ice. McDonald had it, but then lost it. Too much on it. Seamus Bertinoli. And a chance in the slot. Backhanded wide by McDonald. And another clearance by the Cats, stopped by the stick of Coma. Just over a half minute left on Arizona's 4-on-5 deficit. 18.5 to go now in the third period, and the shot from the point is deflected wide. Dean Wilson there going for gold and trying to take this game and bring his team within 1. McDonald there from the far circle fires a shot at a tough angle, and Patrick able to hang on for the save, and so a face-off is coming up in just a moment. Line change is made by both parties here. Nowicki with another successful clearance, and the puck will slowly trickle back to the stick of Coma. 10 seconds to go now on Utah's 5-on-4. Carter from the far side. He is contested by a couple black jerseys, one of them Nick Fornelius, and he sends it loose back behind the net. Dine comes out of the box, and so we're back to even strength, 5-on-5, and so Arizona holds Utah 0 for 2 tonight on their power play. From behind the net, Coons makes a mistake and gives it up to Carter. And from the far corner, now to the point, Carter turns around, gives it off to Wilkinson. He tried to fire off the shot, but it was blocked, and Wilkinson takes a spill to the ice. From behind the net now, another chance for Carter. He gives it off to Wilkinson, trying to dig away for a wraparound goal. However, he comes up with nothing, and so 2-0 is still our score here with 17.5 to play in period number 3. Puck is frozen, and some line changes will be made. And once again, to note, Utah, an ACHA Division II squad, playing the Wildcats, the Skating Utes' first ACHA Division I opponent since 2008. Arizona wins the draw and comes close to the net again. It goes over to the near side, but not before the net comes off of its moorings, so the referees will take a moment to fix that, and then we'll get back to playing hockey. The Wildcats with the 2-0 lead here, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Their last win was November 21st against Drexel in Philadelphia, and since the Drexel split, ASU, Central Oklahoma, and the Oklahoma Sooners have all swept the Wildcats. And so here they stand trying to snap 6 games falling. Wood from the near side trying to get the shot off. It's blocked by Orion Olsen. The clapper from Graves goes wide, and it'll find the stick of John Hogan. He has an assist in this game to his brother Toppy that came back in period number 2. Under 17 minutes to go now in the third. From behind his own net, Galceris to the other corner, and picked up by Wood. Wood crosses center ice. His pass deflected by Poynton. Then he'll send it all the way to the stick of Patrick, who keeps it alive. Off to Gleason. He'll send it up the far wing to John Hogan. Makes a diving attempt to keep the play alive for the Wildcats, and it'll make its way behind the Utah cage. To the near side now, Dine getting in on the action, and from the middle, it's sent by Wilson to the neutral zone. Sent back into Utah land and taken over by the Utes again. And C-Strand will send it up the wing. Chased down by Ahern in the corner and given up back to the Wildcats. It's Griffin. Plays it off the far boards. Finds Nespor. 2-on-2. Griffin fires the shot straight into the stomach of Coma. Puck is frozen, and so we'll have another draw. And Zoe Coma playing some tough competition. The first time that he's faced an ACHA Division I opponent in his career. And I'd say he's played well so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Joey. He's someone that, comes in, takes over the goalie position from a junior. And, this is exactly why when he's stacked up against a team that's, in a totally different division and way higher division and level of play. And he's only let in 2 goals so far.
Rosetta sends it over the glass after deflection, out of play. And so we'll have another draw here, but this time at the near circle of Utah's zone. 15 minutes and 53 seconds left to go now in the third period. Arizona wins the draw. Griffin battling for it at the near side boards. He's sent to the ice, and the skating Utes take it back over. Referees blow the whistle, and so we could have one of the Utes going to the box. We will. Utah's most valuable player, Josh Dangle, 5'10", 180-pound forward out of Portage, Michigan, will head to the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. 15:43 to play in this game, and the Wildcats trying to hang on here, up 2-0. Face-off will occur in the Utah zone again, and the Wildcats take it away. Bennett will play it off the near boards, off to Wilkinson. He'll send a backhand pass to the corner to O'Day. O'Day rips it, and it's a blocker save by Coma. Arizona keeps it alive, though. Wildcats 0 for 3 on their power play chances so far tonight, and here's their fourth. Laid out in open ice was O'Day. That time by Bo Bertinoli, but no call on the son of head coach John Bertinoli. Long pass will find Bennett, and he'll play it off the far boards. It'll go back behind the cage. Playing the dump and chase are the Wildcats, and a line change made as well. Nowicki comes onto the ice. One of, if not Arizona's most valuable defenders, apart from Shane Gleason and Will Poynton. 14:45 to play. Bennett across the ice. John Hogan tangled up with one of the Utes. One-time opportunity for Carter, and he shoots it straight into the chest of Coma. Draw coming up in due time. Seamus Bertinoli and Otley coming onto the ice for Utah. Michael Ahern and Nick Fornelius skate back to the bench for the Utes. Toppy Hogan will take the draw here for Arizona. 51 seconds left on the Wildcats power play, and they win the draw. Orion Olsen with a shot from the point. It's blocked and sent back to the stick of Patrick. Oh, and he's caught in a mix-up there, and that was close. The best opportunity for Utah so far in this game, but it can't come away with a score. Here comes Toppy Hogan up the near side, goes back to the red line, turns around at the corner, gives it off to John, back to Toppy. John, then Toppy again. Here's John one more time, sends it back to the point. Nowicki with the clapper from the point and under the leg of Coma. He didn't know where the puck was until that last second. He'll freeze it. And now some players pushing and shoving close to the goal cage as the Wildcats were still trying to dig away for the puck, and the Utah defenders were having none of it.
See, the crowd wants to fight just as much as I do.
It does add a charge into this crowd after a few pushes and shoves close to the cage. Both parties will make a line change here for the faceoff coming up in Utah's zone. 20 seconds left on the penalty by Dangle, and now Arizona's going to have a 5-on-3 after some roughing by Dylan Graves. And so Arizona with a 2-man advantage here for the next 20.
Although Arizona does have a 2-man advantage, after last weekend, we saw them have at least 5-on-3 advantages, and they could not score on one of them. So weird dynamic.
And so Not much time on the 5-on-3 here. It's going to expire, and so Dangle comes back onto the ice. Here's a 5-on-4 now for the next minute 35 for Arizona. It'll be cleared to the other end. Patrick stops it behind his own cage. Pointing across the ice. Nespor will dump it back. Behind the cage again, now to the near side. Pointing to Gleason. Gleason with a shot from the point. No dice, and it goes back to Poynton. Gleason again. Trying to get off the pass, but lost it. Griffin had control for a second, and Utah able to make the clearance to the other end. Griffin picks it up in his own zone. Nespor pinned up against the boards by Otley. Some more black jerseys and camo jerseys as well getting into the mix as both sides digging away for it. Sending it to the middle. It's picked off by Utah. And Coons making the defensive play there. One of the Wildcats had the stick knocked out of his hand and his glove as well. It was Wilkinson, and now we're seeing some very undisciplined play here by Utah as Caden Otley, the 5'11", 165-pounder from Salt Lake City, gives Arizona the 5-on-3 advantage again for the next half minute. 12 minutes and 33 seconds to play in this game. Draw from the far circle, and Arizona comes away with it. To Bennett across the ice. Going for a pass at the middle, and it's knocked away. His intended receiver was Carter. And from his back, able to make it to the ice. What a gritty play that time by one of the skating Utes. I believe it was Chase McDonald. Arizona back with it again. Here comes Carter, skating in the offensive zone. We'll send it back to the point. It's Bennett across the ice. And another pass attempt by Rosetta, blocked. Bo Bertinoli throwing his body out there to make the block. O'Day with the shot, and it's blocked by the stick of Graves. And Graves able to make the clearance with his backhand. 11:45 to go, and the 5-on-3 has expired again. So now, 1 minute and 5 seconds to go on Arizona's 5-on-4. Toppy Hogan from the corner plays it back to Bennett. Fires, and it goes wide. Bennett still looking for his first goal of his Wildcat hockey career, and he actually hit the post in this game. Tough luck for Bennett, but now O'Day with a chance up the near side boards. He takes a spill, intercepted by Toppy Hogan. He rips a shot from the slot, and it's blocked and goes wide. Toppy Hogan takes it over again behind the net. 30 seconds to go now on the 5-on-4. Played back to the point. Shot ripped by Orion Olsen. And the rebound tackled by Coma. The referee skating in to break up a fight, and he takes a spill himself. Zoe's laughing at him up here.
Oh, man. I like that as much as
Hey, stop that. Oh, whoops.
Oh. He almost went for his fall number 2.
4 ticks, under 11 minutes to play now in period number 3. 2-0 is Arizona's lead, and it has a power play for the next 23 seconds as Caden Otley patiently awaits in the sin bin. Taken over in the neutral zone by Olsen. He'll play it up the near wing. Dumped back by John Hogan and played off by the stick of Coma. He'll send it over to the far side. Olsen throwing the body, gives it off to Toppy Hogan. Back to Olsen again. 10.5 to play now. And the 5-on-4 expires as Nowicki rips the clapper from the point. And so now Arizona 0 for 7 on its power play opportunities in this game.
This game is really heating up.
So Arizona's power play effort has been lackluster so far tonight. 0 for 6. Utah only with 2 power play chances tonight themselves, but unable to score as well. So here we stand 2-0 with 10.5 to go in period number 3. Ahern finds himself caught at the corner, battling point, and McDonald rips a shot, and what a save made by Patrick. Patrick battling again. He makes the kick save, sending the puck wide and behind the cage. Taken over again by Utah at the far side. It's Ben Seastrand. He'll send it to the other side of the ice. Ahern chases it down. He's contested by Gleason. Whistle blows, and so it's going to be a penalty on one of the Wildcats. It was a delayed penalty as Coma had sprinted all the way back to his own bench. And so the third 5-on-4 advantage of the evening for the Skating Utes as Shane Gleason heads to the box to spend the next 2 minutes of his life there. 1 second over 10 minutes to play now in the game, and Utah with a big face-off win in the attack zone. Shot all the way from the point. High sticking was the call on Gleason. Barnes with a shot, and it's deflected. Both sides even apiece in this period, 7 shots each. Anthony Rosetta leading the attack, a 3-on-2. The shot from Griffin, and save made by Coma. The Wildcats with an amazing opportunity that time to score a shorthanded goal, but Chris Coma was up for the task. And so we still stand at 2-0 with 9.5 to go now. Gleason in the box for the next minute and 33 as the Skating Utes try to get some momentum here in period number 3. Orion Olsen to take the face-off. And he'll win it for the Cats, and Orion Olsen with another chance himself fires it wide. Zoe, I really like what I've been seeing out of Olsen these past couple games. He's really taken his level of play up another notch, and he's created some nice scoring chances for himself. And eventually he's going to start finding twine more often.
Yeah, you know, and besides finding opportunity or creating more scoring opportunities for himself, he's also had a few assists. So, you know, he's not just doing it for himself, he's also making plays and helping out others and just creating another spark on the team.
Olsen with an assist on Toppy Hogan's goal back in the second period. McDonald fires again, and it's blocked by Bennett. He makes a diving attempt to clear the puck and is successful. All the way back to the far corner, stopped by the stick of Coma. He'll bring it back behind his net and give it off to his man. Dangle with a long pass up the wing. He'll find Ahern. Play stopped again, and I believe someone went off sides. 38 seconds left to go on Gleason's penalty as the Wildcats try to kill it here with 8:38 to play. Newell wins the draw for Utah. It'll be sent across the ice to Barnes. Trying to dump it back and play the chase game, but the Wildcats keep it in the neutral zone. Now Utah brings it into Arizona territory. Hinsberg sends his man to the ice. That time it was Bo Bertinoli. Behind the cage again, Bertinoli continues to take the punishment, this time from Rosetta. Kick save made there by Patrick, and now from the near corner, it is cleared over the glass and into the third row. And so another lucky fan will get a souvenir. He's going to give it to another fan.
Wow, there's such a nice crowd here tonight. Everyone's giving these pucks to the children.
Gives it off to the little boy, and he gets an ovation from the crowd, a well-deserved one, I must say. Arizona wins the draw as Rosetta back from his own corner. Gives it off to Carter. Gleason comes out of the box, and so we're back to even strength, 5-on-5. Gleason's going to stay on the ice for the Cats as Poynton comes on, as well as O'Day. So some fresh legs here for Arizona as they even up players. From back behind the net, Carter. From the far circle, rips a shot, and it's blocked. Coons making the defensive play that time. From center ice, Poynton will play it with his backhand off the far boards. Taken back over by Wilkinson, caught in a skirmish at the glass, and it's taken away back to the Skating Utes. Gleason. Across the ice, we'll find Olsen. Here he comes up the near side. Going to try to bring it behind the cage. Pass intended for Gleason, but broken up, and the puck slowly makes its way back to the stick of Patrick. 7 minutes to play now in period number 3. Poynton trying to get it out of his zone, playing it off the far boards. Unsuccessful attempt, and so the Skating Utes still with possession. Taking the shot, kick save made by Patrick. From behind the net now, Arizona back in control. Here come the Wildcats now from center ice. It's Gleason. Stays on his feet. Backhand pass to Poynton. From the far circle, across the ice to Toppy Hogan, going for his second goal of the game. Utah able to make the clearance again, and so Poynton will chase it down behind his own net. No icing called, and so play stays alive. Gleason to the near side. It's Toppy Hogan. Turns on the Jets, and here he comes. Battling a couple black jerseys. He stops at the red line, going for the slot! Coma smothers the puck, and so we'll have another draw here. Arizona with plenty of opportunities coming in this period, but they haven't been able to find the net yet. Well, at least in period 3, as we stand 2-0 here with 6:20 to go. The Wildcats out shooting Utah by 1, 10-9 to be precise. Dine wins the draw for Arizona. It goes back to center ice. It's played off the near boards and comes loose to the corner. Picked up by Galceris, and from behind his own net, trying to deliver the puck to his man. Taken over by Arizona, and the shot ripped by Bennett from the middle. It goes back behind the cage and then played over to the far side. From the corner again, puck will make its way back behind the net. Galceris now from the red line. Advances the puck. Crosses the circle and to the blue line. From the neutral zone again, Arizona trying to bring it back into offensive territory. Unsuccessful, and so back from his own corner, Nowicki trying to deliver the pass to Nespor. It's picked off by Utah from the middle, and the Wildcats take over again. Loose puck now at the near side. And Wilson sends it all the way back to Patrick. He stops it with his stick and gives it off to Nowicki. 5.5 to go now in this game. From back behind the net, Johnson. Bertinoli and Bowe coming up. It's poked away. Loose puck taken over by Grandoff, who scored the first goal in this contest. Gruenhagen trying to get in the mix now. Nespor takes it over from the far side, trying to deliver it behind the net, and does. Wildcats keep the offensive attack alive. Rosetta to the other corner. Grandoff has his man pinned up against the glass. Long shot from the point, and it's blocked. Nespor going for the pass across the ice. Finds no one but the boards. Rosetta takes the rebound. He'll dump. And Arizona making a line change here. Gleason, O'Day, and Poynton come back on. Alex O'Day with a rocket, and it goes wide. 4:20 left in this game. Puck will roll on its side. Poynton takes it over, throws the body, and is able to get possession back. Off to Alex O'Day. Loses it, and so it's back with the Skating Utes. The puck fired from the point, and it goes wide. That time from Nick Fornelius. Carter from the middle. Oh, going for the Hail Mary pass, and it would have left Alex O'Day all alone. Still Arizona with an offensive chance. Fired right into the midst of Coma. He'll freeze the puck, and so another faceoff is coming up in just a moment.
You know, as the clock keeps winding down, it definitely looks like Arizona is going to snap this 6-game win streak, or losing streak.
And that's a big thing there, Zoe. That's important to note.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So we'll have a face-off here at the far circle. 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Utah with a chance now. Up the middle, and making the defensive play there was Carter. No penalty called on that. Well, now actually there will be. It's a delayed penalty as Coma skates back to the bench, giving Utah an extra man until Arizona touches the puck. O'Day will. And so now one of the Wildcats will go to the box, or perhaps a penalty shot. It looks like it'll just be Carter going for 2 minutes. Utah with its fourth 5-on-4 power play opportunity of the evening, unsuccessful on its previous 3. McDonald to take the big face-off here for the Skating Utes against Orion Olsen. Utah wins the draw. Seamus Bertinoli picked off by Bennett. Now it's going the other way, and a shorthanded chance for Arizona. Efforts lost it, though. Seamus Bertinoli again. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go now in this game. Knifed away by Bennett. Efforts from the far side, can't control it. Nowicki trying to throw the body now from behind his own net. Sent back to McDonald. Across the ice to Wilson. Wilson with a shot from the point, and Patrick able to collect it and freeze the puck. So a face-off coming up in just a moment. Both parties will make a line change here. 1 minute and 24 seconds to go now on Dylan Carter's penalty. And the one-man advantage for the Skaten Utes. They'll win the draw. Seastrand back to the red line. We'll play it to Newell. Newell crushed into the boards by Hinsberg. Puck will be sent high into the air, back to the corner. Hinsberg throwing the body on Newell again. To the other corner. O'Day now pinned up against the glass. Wildcats trying to make a clearance, but unsuccessful. 2.5 to play in this game. Shot from Seastrand goes wide. Barnes stays with it. From the middle, Barnes rips a shot, and a blocker save made by Patrick. Arizona with a clearance that time goes back to the stick of Coma. 45 seconds left on Carter's penalty. Seastrand advances the puck into the attack zone. Going for the wraparound. Patrick up for the task. 2 kick saves in a row. Rebound chance now, and Patrick will smother it with his glove to freeze the puck. And so another face-off. But first, a scrap by the Nets. Referee's able to break it up in time, and so I'm sorry, Zoe. It doesn't look like anybody will be dropping the gloves here.
Oh, man. You know, it's just hard to adjust after last weekend. So action-packed.
It was action-packed.
I think this might be the first game that actually ends in a handshaking at the end instead of fist fighting.
Well, we don't know that yet.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go in this game, and the draw will be taken from the far circle. And now timeout will be taken by the Skaten Utes of Utah. So tomorrow night, these two teams will face off again. 7:30 will be the puck drop time. And then next weekend for Arizona, they'll wrap up their homestand here against Stony Brook, all the way from Long Island, New York.
You know, Stony Brook gave ASU their first loss.
Yes, and so Stony Brook is no team to underestimate for sure.
Just the name of a school to laugh at a little. Stony Brook.
I applied to Stony Brook. Didn't get in, sadly.
Sorry.
But I'm pretty happy where I am. So now Arizona, after losing to Oklahoma twice, Central Oklahoma last Thursday, and ASU right before the break, it looks like the Wildcats will snap their 6-game losing streak. And Zoe, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm dying over here.
You are dying.
I know.
Looks like we're ready to play hockey here again. Utah wins the draw. They'll have the 5-on-4 for the next 27 seconds. It's blocked by Gleason and cleared to the other end of the ice. Zoe, drink some water, for goodness sake. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, Zoe's alive, everybody. 1:40 to go in this game. And from the far side now, the Wildcats attacking. Gleason will send it to the other side of the ice after he is punished into the glass. Carter comes out of the penalty box, and so Arizona has killed all 4 penalties in this contest. Icing is called, and so we'll have a draw coming up on the other end. So to summarize to where we got to now, in the first period, Grandoff scored to make it 1-0. Timeout now by the Wildcats, and Chad Berman wants to rally his troops together and drum up some strategy for the last minute and 26 seconds of this game.
He just wants to make it a solid win, after losing 6 games in a row. 2-0 isn't, saying, making a big impact. Although it is a win, it's not a dominating win.
So 2 timeouts called in a matter of under 3 minutes. Some of the Wildcats looked like they were ready to get back to playing. But Berman still with a message here, and now it looks like the Wildcats ready to get back to playing hockey again. As I mentioned, it was Grandoff in period number 1 scoring and getting the assist from Gleason. Then in period 2, it was Toppy Hogan getting an assist from Orion Olsen and his twin brother John. So here we stand at 2-0, and the Wildcats looking like they're going to walk away, well, skate away rather, with a win here tonight. We'll take the draw from the far circle. Newell for the Utes and Wilkinson for Arizona. And the final 86 seconds of this game underway. And Utah has pulled its goalie. So 6 skaters on the ice now for the Skating Utes.
Little does Utah know, Arizona does better with less men on the court compared to the other teams.
Snagged by the glove of Patrick. And so a draw coming up. The last Wildcat to score an open net goal was Jason Efforts. Well, here at the TCC anyway. And that was against Michigan State back on November 8th. Carter with a long pass to center ice, but it's picked off. Under a minute to play now here in the final period. Wilkinson will play it across the ice. It's picked off by the Skating Utes, but Arizona takes over again. 47 seconds to go now. Back to the corner. Hinsberg pins his man up against the boards. It's Mirabetti. Excuse me, not Mirabetti. Bo Bertinoli. With 6 skaters on the ice. Utah pouring it on now. But Carter takes it away. Tries to find O'Day. He has space up the far side. His shot is wide. Back behind the net again. Dean Wilson. 10 seconds to go in this game. Gleason is going to play it off the glass. The referee had to duck out of the way. From center ice now, poked loose. 5 seconds to go, 3 seconds. McDonald looking for a final shot, and that's it. Arizona wins and snaps a 6-game losing streak. 2-0, the final score as Arizona defeats the Utah Skating Utes. And we'll turn the FaceTime camera back onto us now. Zoe Wolkowitz here with Joey Petrello. And so Arizona with a much-needed win tonight, Zoe. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow night against Utah, and I like their chances.
Yeah, me too. This team came out and played a full 60-minute game. How their offense was on fire. Not just the first period, not just the second, but through the entire game.
And Arizona held scoreless in the third period, but all they needed was Roy Grandoff's goal back in the first period, and then an insurance goal was potted back in the second by Toppy Hogan.
And this also, big 2-0, a shutout on Garrett Patrick's record, definitely boosts his ego after a difficult weekend last weekend.
And some much-needed confidence for the sophomore netminder. Tomorrow he'll get another chance against Utah. The puck will drop at 7:30 p.m. So for Zoe Wolkowitz, I am Joey Petrello. Once again, the final score here tonight from the Tucson Convention Center. Arizona 2, Utah 0. We'll see you tomorrow night.